Welcome to DPDP Decoded. Today I'm here with Narasimhan Elangovan. He is a cybersecurity and data privacy expert with decades of experience across audits and regulatory frameworks. So Nara, the new data protection law is pretty complex. Can you just break it down for us?
Hi Dolly, thanks for bringing up this very interesting topic. The data privacy law, for the first time in Indian history, is codified as a full-fledged legislation. So if you are an organization who's collecting personal data, which is name, email ID, phone numbers, or it could be as complex as cookies, online data, digital forms, whatever it is, but relating to an individual and collected digitally, this law is applicable to you. And you know what? It is not just applicable if you are an Indian company. Even if you are a foreign organization processing personal data for rendering services within India, but you are abroad, even for such organizations, this law is applicable.
Oh, interesting. So who is who in this under this law?
Interesting question. If I have to push this law from a very simple perspective, there are 3 to 4 key definitions or terms which one should know. The first is the data principle, globally called as data subject. It is nothing but the persons whose personal data you're processing. For example, if I'm a college or an institution and I'm capturing the details of students, the students are the data principle. I'm applying for a job, the candidates become the data principle. And yes, on the other side, whoever decides the means and purpose of this personal data is the data fiduciary. So data fiduciaries is the second terminology one should be aware, globally called as data controllers. In India, we use the word data fiduciaries. These are organizations, institutions who decide the means and purpose of personal data. And you know what? Do you think you store all the data just in your computers today? No, right? You would obviously store in cloud systems, or you store it you give it to vendors. So there are a lot of people who are processing the data based on your instructions, right? And that category of person is called as data processor. These are people, organizations, institutions who process based on the instructions given by the fiduciary. Your typical cloud applications, SaaS applications, all of them fall under this, or even your vendors who's processing your payroll to certain outsourced activities would fall under this. And you know what? Even they have to be compliant under this DPDP law.
Oh wow, this sounds pretty complex. So then what about the timelines and penalties?
Interesting. So the act came up in the year 2023, whereas in the month of November 2025, they went ahead and said the rules are going to be effective, which meant that from November 2025, a portion of the law is in place. But they said because in a country like India, we require much more time to comply, they've given a runway of 18 months, which means May 13, 2027 is the actual date when the entire law becomes applicable. But do not think that I will talk about compliance on May 12th in evening, because my dear friends, compliance under DPDP law is not that easy, because it is changing the way in which businesses collect personal data.
Oh, that sounds perfect. So then one thing businesses should act right now.
Immediately, you need to start your assessments. Check what personal data you have, how are you collecting, what is the basis of processing, and what more you will have to look into. Only after you start your assessment, you will actually get an idea. So my suggestion is, hey, the clock is ticking. Let's get started.
Perfect. So in today's episode, we've covered what's DPDP protection law. And in the next episode, we will dive deeper. Until then, stay tuned with us.